Hi cuties, welcome to a new video. We're filming late at night right now because that's all the time that I had. Baby boy is sleeping and we're going to talk about more new releases. So if you are watching during Litmus, I did a video about all the new releases coming out that I was excited for, but I have since added 42 more. And I thought I would talk about them. Some of them, a couple of them have already come out. Some are coming out for the rest of the year. I will probably do another one of these videos halfway through the year because I always find new releases all the time and new ones get announced all the time. So we're going to be updating. So without further ado, let's talk. Let's go. The first one I have is Tale of the Seasons Weaver by D. Wallace Peach. I believe this is also an indie book. So if you're needing a new release, it's an indie. It came out on January 2nd, 2025. This is a lot of like fae and just fantasy. It does say, this is where it got me, is like, it's a lyrical fantasy of Margaret Rogerson. Less so the Holly Black, but like, if you're going to compare yourself to Margaret Rogerson, I'm going to be a heavy critic. Because she's one of my favorite authors. So I'm very excited about that one. We have I'm not going to go into a hard amount of depth. You can pause the screen if you want to read this, or obviously look it up on Goodreads or Storygraph or whatever. I'm just going to kind of go through them, because if I spent the entire video reading every single little blurb, this would be a really long video. We have 42 of these to get through, but I do love the cover. I don't know if this cover is AI or not. I'm a little hesitant about it. I can't. Oh no. I think the cover actually might be AI, because look at that hand. That hand is a bit messed up there. So, unfortunately, I mean, I do have the arc for it, but I didn't look close. I need to look closer, but I do think that is an AI cover. Unfortunately. That hand is, unless they just have a messed up hand. That could also be the case. Next up, we have The Night is Defying by Chloe C. Peñaranda. This is the sequel to The Stars Are Dying, which I have arcs for. I have not read it yet, but for those who have read it, maybe are excited about it. The sequel did come out January 28th. This is a romantasy. It's got special editions. I believe this was indie before and then got picked up. So, FYI, I do love the special edition of it. It looks gorgeous. It looks so pretty. We have The Mortal Queen by Ashley Metzler. This for sure was previously published under a different name. It was like, it's the Ashling series. It says it. Oh, Breath of a New Creature, which I've had on my TBR for a hot second, but now it is gotten its own thing. So yeah, it was previously published June 4th, 2022. Now it is being published Valentine's Day. It's already passed February 14th, so it has just come out now. But this, I believe, also involved dragons, because I believe the original cover had dragons, something like that. But it definitely was interesting to me, so I'm excited. Sad that it has to change its name, but you know, I don't know if you guys could hear the snoring, but there's snoring going on. Next up, we have The Land of Frost. I believe this is also an independent publisher. And I just got approved for this one on NetGalley, so very excited. It does look like it's, another fantasy, bit of a fantasy romance, little bit fun stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to do this video right now. I'm just like, here's the book, if you don't know about it. But this is coming out March 18th, so from here on out, everybody else should not be published as of you seeing this video. So we have a lot. We've got a lot that were announced that we're all very excited for. We've got Of Wolves and Stags. I believe this is also indie because it's inked in Gray Press. I think they are an indie publisher as well. Yeah, looks pretty good. I got the arc for it. It says it's romantasy. I do like romantasy in certain cases. So yeah. March 25th for this one. March 25th. If you guys are needing March releases coming up, here we go. We have A Song in the Storm. This is definitely independently published. This is self-published. It is a chunky one. It is 627 pages. And this comes out March 26th. And I got the arc for it, but it's big and chunky, so I might not get to it on time. I don't anticipate getting to it on time. But I believe we have... Is this one with the heist or something? Something going on? There's a thief masquerading as a bard. It's my new D&D character. Heck yeah. That'd actually be really fun to do that if you fooled the whole party. If only you and the DM knew that you were actually, is there a class for thief? Rogue? But you pretended to be a bard? That'd be fun. Anyway, okay. We have Sasa versus the Whole Wide World and Dragons. This is another indie book. I have a lot of indies that have come up, by the way. This looks super fun. This is a girl who has, like, sort of accidentally, but also on purpose, stolen, like, a dragon pearl and is trying to sell it and drive, like, cross-country to go sell it, but other people are, you know, wanting to steal it. So it's almost a bit of, like, what's that movie? Mouse something. What's the movie? It's kind of like that, and I think it'll be really fun. I'm anticipating having fun with this one a lot. So there you go. This one comes out April 1st. April 1st, we have Deerstalker by Nicole M. Zaunbrecher. This is a historical fantasy horror. This comes out April 15th. We've got some otherworldly nightmare in a Bavarian village and creepy things. Supernatural horror, yeah, with a tantalizing queer romance. And it's really short. I'm surprised how short it is. But I think this might be like the April release for me that I read, because it is short and I am like really intrigued by it. So hopefully we get to that one soon. We have Enigma by Runix. This is... Oh, this one actually, okay. So if you're Gothicana people, I have not read Gothicana. I was very anti-Gothicana when it came out. Not for the author or anything, but because it was an AI cover, and I believe this one is also an AI cover, so FYI. But if you were fans of perhaps the story in Gothicana, I didn't read it, so I don't know. But this one seemed interesting to me as a Gothic romantasy. But they have a new one coming out. I just wish that, right now this one's on Bramble, but Macmillan, I just wish they would stop. They're like actual publishing houses. You can afford an artist. Get a real artist, because like if you zoom in on this, it's all messy. It's all messy here, and it's just like, that's AI as hell. Stop it. We have The Lost Saint by Rachel Craw. This is not the official. There's the better. This one. That's the better cover. Looks pretty. It actually looks very aesthetic to what I want in one of my rooms in my new house whenever I end up in a new house. But yeah, we have, it's kind of I think a portal fantasy, kind of a la Outlander style thing. So I've never read Outlander. Should I read Outlander? I don't know. It's not necessarily my cup of tea, but this one comes out April 29th. There you go. Oh, I didn't tell you when Enigma came out. Hold on. Enigma, if it'll load. Hello. Also April 29th. Okay. Both are April 29th. Next up, we have A Goddess Unraveled by Morgan Ryder. I believe this was a Wattpad book, so I'm kind of like, okay, and it's a Hades and Persephone retelling. Okay. I have a habit. I have an idea for a reading project of reading a bunch of Hades and Persephone retellings, but I'm really bad at like making themed reading vlogs, because the TBR is so weird all the time, but I would like to get in the habit of doing that. But yeah, so this one comes out May 13th, if it sounds interesting to you. We've got Isles of the Emberdark by Brando Sando. What's this secret project doing on here? May 1st for this baby, as far as we know. Things could change. Usually when it's like, it says the 1st of anything, I'm always hesitant. When is the 1st? Is it a Tuesday? It is not a Tuesday. It's a Thursday. So I don't know if I totally trust that, but it's another Cosmere book. I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's go, Brando Sando. He's got 2 releases coming out this year again. That man. Given all the rest of us bad names. We have All Superheroes Need PR. Currently, this is a read now on NetGalley. I don't know if it still is by the time this video comes out, but it's a read now. This looks super fun. A villain looking to rebrand, and he hires PR that he has to fake date. Hit me with some good tropes. I'm happy with that. So I'm excited. This one comes out May 27th. And apparently there's going to be a bunch more in the universe because it's superheroes. So I'm excited to see the rest of it grow too, because that just sounds fun. We have Skip Shock by Caroline O'Donoghue. This looks weird and I'm excited for it. It's kind of a time travel-y, I think, or like there's a salesman traveling through interconnected worlds, not time traveling, interconnected worlds. And Margot gets like sucked into this and has to like fake being a salesman for this. It looks really fun and weird. I'm a little hesitant because she's a troubled schoolgirl and Moon is a salesman. Also, that's my brother-in-law's name, so I'm a little weirded out by that. But I don't know what's the age gap here, if there is one at all, or if he's just like, because he's interconnected worlds, he's still her age. But it says it's adult, so how is she a troubled schoolgirl? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Or is this going to be a time traveler's wife thing? Because I hate time traveler's wife. I hate that concept. I hate it so much. But anyway, we'll see. This looks really fun, though. Like, the base concept of this looks really fun. Also, gorgeous cover. Love them poppin' colors. Beautiful. All right, we've got Seventh Blade by Tanya Laird. If you're looking for an Indigenous author, I believe this is in Indigenous voices. Yes, it is. Emerging Indigenous voice. Epic fantasy. Heck yeah, there's a giveaway. Look, I entered the giveaway. But I also already have the arc, so ha! This one comes out June 17th. I'm really bad at telling you guys when these are coming out. I just realized I didn't tell you when Skip Shock comes out. But it's on the screen. It's there. June 3rd for Skip Shock. Okay. June 17th for this. I'm doing really bad. Among Ghosts by Rachel Hartman. This is kind of borderline young adult, middle grade, I believe. Paranormal, fun. What was it? God, I'm really bad at this, guys. Guys, why am I so bad at this, guys? I'm really bad at this. By the way, did you know I'm bad at this right now? Have kind of urban fantasy, paranormal fantasy. I don't know. I haven't read anything by Rachel Hartman yet. I own all of these. And I've never read them. So, we'll see which one I get to first. We'll see. We've got Tenderly I Am Devoured by Lyndall Clipstone, who is also an author of The Lake's Edge. Lake's Edge. I almost said Lake's Fall. And no, it's because it's Forest Fall and Lake's Edge. A little hesitant just because of how the cover is. It's not my favorite kind of cover. Nikki Peoples embracing, not my thing. But it looks kind of interesting. I'm intrigued by this romantasy gothic. You know, I always want to find a good gothic fantasy. And sometimes, and they're just hit or miss. So this says it's fans of Saltburn, For the Wolf, and House of Hollow. I haven't read any of those. I have 2 of them on my TBR. I don't have Saltburn on my TBR, but it got too hyped, and now I don't care about it now. I have that curse of when something gets too hyped, I just don't care anymore. Or like people are telling me, you gotta go watch this, or whatever. No, I don't want to anymore. Next up we have Miss Caroline Bingley, Private Investigator. Let's try to redeem Caroline, can we? I'm kind of loving the turning Jane Austen characters into detectives and like murder mysteries and stuff. I'm kind of digging that vibe, even though I don't like detective things now, but back then it seems really fun. So, we will see. This comes out July 8th, the day after my birthday. FYI. And the day after Herkyed starts. So, if you're planning Herkyed 2.0, there may or may not still be a new releases challenge. But this would be a good July one, because it's right there. Alright, we have Never the Roses by Jennifer K. Lambert. This comes out also July 8th. Another romantasy. I think there's a bunch of here that's romantasy, because I like fantasy romance, guys. I'm sorry. I know there's a bunch of you who are. These are not the vibes for you. I think predominantly in Discord, a lot of you are more like thriller and horror and like cozy mystery peoples, which is not mine. But yeah, if we're comparing this to Genevieve Gornichek and Madeline Miller, again, going to be a harsh critic if you're going to try to live up to those names. We'll see. We'll see. We've got A Flame and Fury. I hate that this is part of the title here. I don't like that. I believe this is the actual copy that I probably saw. Yeah. It says Fourth Wing meets Iron Widow. Do this correctly. I'm hoping. There's Phoenix Racing. let's hope for the best, because I love Iron Widow. I don't love Fourth Wing. I like aspects of Fourth Wing. Like, I think I liked the first 2/3 of Fourth Wing, and then when it became telepathic smexy times, it lost me. It lost me good and fast. So let's hope for the best. This one also July 8th. We have The Bewitching, a new Silvia Moreno Garcia. Looks very good. I haven't read a ton of Silvia Moreno Garcia, but I think she does great. And this is going to be a horror fantasy, historical, multi-generational horror saga. Let's go. Let's go. Also, I love this cover. I don't like the color composition of it. Stunning. Love that. This one's July 15th. Oh, there's a giveaway. We have Love Unmasked by Becky Dean. This is a contemporary romance. So we have a school trip in Venice and a mask-wearing stranger. It looks fun. It just looks fun. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Why not? July 15th. This I am beyond stoked for. Medievally Blonde. We're gonna have Legally Blonde historical romantasy. What? I'm so excited for this. Legally Blonde. You guys know I love Legally Blonde, okay? Gosh, it makes me want a hot dog real bad. I freaking love Legally Blonde so much. So, I'm preparing myself. Also, July 15th for this one. All right, for you Elise Kova fans, we have Arcana Academy coming out. This is the beginning of a new series. I have a deal with the Elf King on my TBR for a Thirsty vlog, so we'll see. But, you know, I might read this first before I get to that. I don't know. We'll see. But we have an academia fantasy romance. Let's go. I'm hoping I like Elise Kova. I think the concepts of some of the stuff that she has is good. I'm just worried that it's too smutty. I don't know if it is or not because I've not read them. Somebody let me know if you think I will like Elise Kova. Okay. We have Birth of a Dynasty by Chinaza Bado, and I'm very intrigued by this one. I believe I do have the arc. Now this says January 1st. This is a lie. You actually come out July 29th. July 29th. We decided to get to a different one. Ooh, why did somebody already like... Meow. Oh, they're just bored and they're reading it. Honestly, I think if it's boring, you should just give it a 3. I don't know. All right. So it can, you know, compares it to She Who Became the Sun and Children of Blood and Bone. You know, comparing to some very big stoof. Love the cover. I love this concept. And I'm excited. I'm just excited for this. This looks really fun. Looks like high political intrigue. So hopefully this is delicious. Why delicious? Why those words were chosen out of my brain, I don't know. Moving on to The Last Tiger by Julia Ryu. This is another Korean history romantasy. And I've loved, like, Korean historical fiction and stuff, so I'm excited to see how this one will play out, especially with it being a bit romantasy. Very excited. I'm excited. Also, I love that cover. July 29th, there is a giveaway right now. Go get it now. We have Soul of Shadow by Emma Noyes. This one, again, I've just realized how much romantasy on this. What is this? I swear I read other genres. I promise you, I read other genres. These are just the ones I find out. I always find out about other books in other genres after they come out. I don't know why. I have several genres highlighted in NetGalley. I'm sorry. Anyway, this one's a Norse mythology, contemporary romantasy. Sure. Why not? Now, it does say fans of Vampire Diaries and Atlas 6. Those are two things I did not enjoy. We'll see. We'll see if it can turn it around. Next up, we have House of the Beast, which was August 5th. This one, again, a romantasy. It almost looks like it should be a thriller just based on that font alone. That's a thriller font, in my opinion. But it is a dark fantasy from the graphic novel illustrator Michelle Wong. It's not a graphic novel though, right? This is just a novel. As far as I know, this is just a novel. But kind of dark fairy tale. Let's go. I'm loving dark, twisted fairy tales. or just twisting fairy tales. That's what I really like. I don't necessarily care for them being dark. I still like my happy ending, but... We have The Deathless One by Emma Hamm. Another romantasy, kind of... I feel like this might be gothic too, just based on the cover design itself. Which is weird that there's a Jessamine here. I know a Jessamine, and I thought that was a really unique name, but apparently it's not. Hi, Jessamine, if you're watching. You have a character who has your name. L-Y-I. Wait, do you spell yours with a Y? I don't remember if you spell yours with a Y or an I now. I'll have to check. Anyway. Cool. It looks spooky. Political marriage, but, you know, we know how these go in romanticies. I love how good I am at telling you guys about these books. I think I'm doing really good. I'm really good at it right now. Sorry, I forgot to add that to the 2025 list. Anyway, this is Mistress of Bones by Maria Z. Medina. I believe... Nope, you're not. I keep thinking that they're indies, but they're not. Anyway, another romantasy. What a surprise. What a surprise. But we have a necromancer and a sister story. Things I like. Things I like reading about. I literally just finished reading a book that dealt with necromancy, so... Next up, we have Love at First Sighting by Mallory Marlowe. I'm so sad about this because I was denied the ARC. And I think that was ill-advised because this is a book I really want to read. It seems so funny. It's a contemporary romance, but it's like a Men in Black plus an influencer. And I'm just like, the shenanigans in this will probably be really funny. But I didn't win the ARC for it, so... Hopefully there's an audio ARC and I'll win that. Sometimes I get the audio ARCs more than I get the ebooks. So, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's because I actually read the audio ARCs faster than I do anything else. I don't know. Okay, cool. This one is August 12th. We have a sequel to The Night Ends with Fire. We have The Dragon Wakes with Thunder. The Thunder. I'm fine. Anyway, so if you have read The Night Ends with Fire... and you enjoyed that, the sequel is coming out August 19th. I have yet to read it, but I'm excited to read it. And I hope I like it enough to read the sequel. And if you read Anna Maria and the Fox, which I have read and I did enjoy, the third book is coming out for Gabriella. The second book is already out. But Gabriella and His Grace is coming out August 26th. So that is I think this should be the final. Because if memory serves, there's only 3 Luna sisters. And I think each sister gets a book. But I'm really digging this cover. Again, the composition of it. If I'm remembering Gabriella's personality, like this fits really well with her personality. We're getting to the end of this, guys. Bear with me. We've got A Spell to Wake the Dead by Nicole L'Esperance. Literally, I saw the cover. I do have another book. I think, is this The Devil? No, that's Povolino. I have a different book by this author, but it is a fantasy horror. It's another YA. We've got some occult going on. I'm digging it. Whatever. We're digging it. August 26th. And I am so stoked. I am so stoked. We have Among the Burning Flowers. This is another Roots of Chaos. Now, this is not as chonky. This is just 288 pages, a standard novel page. But I believe this is right before Priory of the Orange Tree, maybe? This one, it paves the way for the opening of Priory of the Orange Tree. So another prequel book. I do know there is another sequel coming out, or there's a sequel to Priory of the Orange Tree coming out as well, but not this year. But I'm so excited. There's no cover yet, but it's gonna be beautiful because they're so beautiful. Why'd I click that? I don't know why I clicked that. Anyway, September 16th. We've got Every Spiral of Fate, which is the 4th and final book in this Woven Kingdom. I didn't realize this was a 4-book series, but it comes out September 30th. I thought it was a trilogy and I only needed to finish 1 more book, but apparently I'm going to need to do 2 more. So there we go. Every Spiral of Fate. Excited. 512 pages. I think they're all the same size, honestly. But if you've read this Woven Kingdom and the others, just know there's another book coming out for it. Woo! And another one we didn't realize was going to be a series. We have A Study in Drownings sequel, A Theory of Dreaming. Let's go back with these lovely characters Why not? I enjoyed A Study in Drowning. I wasn't obsessed with it, but I'm happy to see them back at it again. You know, why not? Why not? So this one's July 20... No, wait, what? We have different ones. July 29th here. August 5th here. I don't know which one's the right one. One of them's probably UK and one of them's probably America. But you never know. There could be awful laws passed that were, prevent any of this from happening. All right, we have The Lost Reliquary. I love that word, by the way. Reliquary. Just say it with me. Reliquary. Is it not fun to say? Anyway, we have this. If you're a fan of Godkiller or Gideon the Ninth. Now, I'm a fan of one of those. I wasn't a fan of Gideon the Ninth. And I know that seems sacrilege on BookTube, but I just wasn't. I don't know. Maybe it was just the audiobook and I read it at a bad time. Am I going to reread it? Probably not. October 21st for this one. It looks really cool. We've got a divinely blessed warrior who's going to go kill a god. Why not? Let's go. New CJ Drews, everybody. CG Drews, not CJ. Hazelthorne. New one. I loved Don't Let the Forest In. I'm becoming a CG Drews fan. I'm very excited. I don't care what it's about. I saw CG Drews and I went, yes. Say less. And so another gothic horror. Don't Let the Forest In hit so hard. And again, it says France for Andrew Joseph White. I'm a huge Andrew Joseph White fan. I was okay with We Have Always Lived in the Castle. But I don't care. I don't care. It's CJ Drews. I'm going to read it. I just finished the first book in this. I didn't realize it wasn't a standalone. I thought it was. But we have Blood for the Undying Throne. This is the sequel to Blood of the Old Kings, which is a translated work. Keep your eye on that. Translated from Korean. I went Korean. Translated from Korean. By Sung-il Kim. This one comes out October 28th. I love the cover. I love the cover of Blood of the Old Kings as well. That one's just, that hits that orange, yellow, and purple. And I love this kind of bright pink, dark blue, purple vibe. Loving it. This is another necromancy book, and it's got 3 POVs. Very fun. Interesting time. I think it was really well done in the translation. It didn't feel stilted like sometimes translated books can feel to me. I think it was really, really well done. So, highly recommend. Coming out October 28th. We are down to our final 2. We have Fallen City by Adrienne Young. I am excited because I've been waiting for this book for a while. It's been one of those books that has been stuck on January 1st for a long time, but now we have a release date of November 4th, people. So if you like Adrienne Young's writing, I like her adult stuff more than her young adult, so we'll see. We'll see, but I wasn't a huge fan of like Namesake and Fable and them. Fable and then Namesake, but I do like, I forgot the word, Spells of something. Anyway, her adult stuff. Spells for Forgetting, that one. I did like Spells for Forgetting, and the other one that I suddenly can't remember the title of either, but we will see. But I'm excited. Let's find out. And the final book we have for today is Tailored Realities, another Brandon Sanderson. This one comes out December 9th. Is this another featuring short stories? This is a collection of short stories from the Cosmere. Gonna read it. Gonna read it. I will read it. I will pretty much read anything Brando Sando. There you go, guys. That's 42 new releases coming to you this year. So if any of those piqued your interest, those are the ones that I'm personally slightly interested in, at least, if not extremely interested in. And yeah, if you're not already on NetGalley, go check out NetGalley and, get some arcs, read some books. Hope you guys are doing well in Herkyet and all that jazz. I'm gonna go now. Let me know if there's other new releases coming up that I should know about. Put them in the comments. And, maybe something that's not romantasy, because I know a lot of the romantasy's coming out, but apparently no other genres. So, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna go, and I will see you next time. Thanks for joining me. entwined, I can talk, blood and bone, I can't talk. Wow, it's late.